I was motivated to be the best in my sport because I wanted to be successful, and I didn't want to accept failure. I wanted to continue to push myself in trying to be the best that I could be. And I always knew that there was more in terms of trying to get better individually and in terms of helping my team. I don't think I ever realized that I had the edge and to rise above the rest. I think it was down to me wanting to be successful and pushing myself to always wanting to get better. I was never the best growing up, so for me I used that as motivation to try and get better and try and push myself to practice harder and hopefully get an opportunity to prove that I could play at the next level. And for me, that's what always pushed me. I continue to push myself every day. There's always somebody that's training harder, that's working harder than you and trying to take your spot, and you have to be ready for that competition. I always wanted to train, I always wanted to practice, I always wanted to get better. I looked at the mistakes that I would make growing up in practice and in games, and I had to overcome a lot of obstacles. I had to overcome a lot of people telling me that I wouldn't make it, that I wasn't good enough, and I had to be strong. I had to be strong physically and I had to be strong mentally. Being a goalkeeper is about experience, and it's about going through different situations that you face in a game, and the only way you do that is by playing games and by training. You have to be committed, you have to be willing to make sacrifices and push yourself to always try and be better than you were the day before. And that might be extra hours on the training field. It's going to take that extra bit to make it. When you achieve something, there's no better feeling. When you know that you've put in all the hard work in terms of practice, in terms of commitment, to finally achieve, it's the greatest feeling. And that doesn't mean that you're always going to be successful. Sometimes soccer isn't always fair, and the better team doesn't always win. Whether you're making a big save in a big game, in a championship game to help your team be successful, or just somehow playing your part to support your teammates, to achieve something, it's a huge feeling. Dealing with failure is something that in all sports and in all parts of life you have to face. In soccer, in terms of being a goalkeeper, you experience a lot of failure because it comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with making mistakes, and that's going to happen throughout your career. Whether it's you're just starting off as a young goalkeeper, or you're an older goalkeeper that has maybe already experienced some failure. You have to find a way to get back out there and push yourself and want to overcome it and use it as a positive. When you learn from failure, it makes you a better player, it makes you a better person because you know where you made your mistakes and where you can correct them and go forward. Those will make the successful moments that much better.